Hey everyone, my name is Amanda Mode, and this is the Miracles of Media Progression. I am mainly going to be focusing on the 1950s and up. So, how has the media changed since the 1950s? Well, we know that there have been many inventions that have changed the way that Americans stay entertained and actually have created a lot of jobs as well. So the radio, television, movies, record players, etc., all that type of media sources have been such a huge impact on everything. So in the 1950s, all of those things were pretty new, and that's when we saw the start of all of this. And now we look back to today, and all of this stuff is totally evolved. Like, we have car radios now. We have touchscreen car radios, Sirius XM, FM, AM, all that stuff. Televisions are no longer in a wooden box. They're flat screen TVs. You can watch movies on your computer. Record players are pretty much the same, just more fancier, I guess. But yeah, a lot of it has changed. So, the radio. In the 1950s, the radio became portable, and even though you could take it pretty much wherever you wanted, which was a big thing, it often had problems which needed fixing. But other than that, the radio played music, obviously, and they had mystery stories at night, and this was a huge source of entertainment for teenagers in the 1950s. And we look to today, and we have a radio in every car. Other than that, radios aren't really portable anymore. And they still are, but a lot has changed since then. So now on to the television. So pretty much, essentially, in the 1950s, the television was a wooden box with a few knobs on the front, and those knobs would usually turn on the TV, make sure that your television shows were coming in without static. There was the volume knob, and there really wasn't many channels. If you wanted to watch TV, you would just watch whatever was on, so there really wasn't much arguing about that. You couldn't just pick a show and be like, oh, I'm gonna watch this tonight, like, I'm gonna watch this. You couldn't record anything, but, flash forward to today, you can record anything you want, and you can pretty much get anything you want to watch on demand. And there's about 1,000 channels, so a lot has changed, and the TV also is usually flat screen, so that's very nice. Since the television was so popular, but not everyone could afford one, often there would be a neighbor who would have a television, and all of the neighbors in the neighborhood would come and watch boxing, perhaps, from that television, because not everyone had access to the boxing match. So this is a really big deal. So on to the movies. This is a huge thing for all teenagers in the 1950s and anyone else, pretty much. But on the weekends, everyone would go to the movies, and you'd pretty much watch whatever was playing. You didn't really care about it too much. And usually there'd be two movies back to back with cartoons in the middle, and you'd buy a ticket for the two movies and the cartoons. And flash forward to today, we don't have two movies playing back to back. I mean, if you wanted to do that, you'd just buy two separate tickets, but it's not the same like it used to be. Also, nowadays, it's very likely for a character in a movie to swear. And back then, no character ever swore. And if a character did swear, it was a huge deal. Like, no one could believe, like, what they heard. That was like, oh my gosh, how could that person say that? Wow. So things have changed in that sense too. But yeah, besides that, nowadays we can watch movies whenever we want, pretty much. We have Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, on demand. Watch whatever you want, whenever you want. It's way more accessible, but it's definitely evolved. And that is all. Thank you so much for watching.